Regulation and Tokenization in CEE, Blockchain Association's POV.
First of all, I would like to warmly welcome you ladies here. We have two amazing ladies here, and I really appreciate that you come here to Budapest to participate in this event. So I'm very glad that you are here. And also, I can say that now this conversation is quite balanced. Two women and two men, but also you are representing two NGOs as well. And also you have connection with the government, which is quite interesting. And all of you have a connection with a startup or with a company who is dealing with blockchain somehow. So it's very interesting. But just before starting our conversation and our topic, which is regulation and tokenization, I would like to ask you, ladies, about your associations. First of all, I'm asking you, Sylvia, that this is a Swiss-Polish association, and I always wanted to ask, why Swiss and Polish?
So, first of all, there are two associations which I am connected with. First of all, this is Polish Blockchain Association, which is very active association in Poland. Currently, they do absolutely great work to connect startups and companies to develop a blockchain and fintech and DeFi apps for the users, for the banks. And the other association which I am also connected with, this is a Swiss-Polish association.
Yeah.
I will explain briefly why and what we do. This small association connects Polish and Swiss companies and entrepreneurs that they can cooperate together. I would like to also mention that this is connected with the law registrations and rules which we have in Poland. It's not so easy to have a blockchain-based startup and develop it and grow it due to the, for example, tax regulations which we have in Poland. It's much easier to make it in Switzerland. And this is what the association, these two associations do. We connect people, companies, startups, and entrepreneurs.
Okay, interesting, thank you. Morana, Alice in Blockchain, amazing name.
Yes, it is, thank you. Very imaginative. Well, Alice in Blockchain is specific because it is a female NGO. So all our members are female. Why? Because we wanted a platform where women can gain knowledge regarding blockchain technology and Web3 and financial technologies. Because we noticed that as far as Croatia is concerned, in the space there were only guys, but women are in the back. We have a lot of women in Croatia dealing with these new technologies and blockchain and working in crypto or fintechs, but they were not up at the front. So we wanted to offer a platform where they can stand out, where they can offer their knowledge and attract more other women who are interested into this space and to learn something new and to exchange experiences.
And how many members do you have?
At this moment, over 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, interesting, thank you. So let's jump into our topic, which is focusing on regulation and tokenization. Let's make a round that how was the situation or how is the situation before the MiCA in your country? Let's start with Viktor, with you. So what's the situation in Hungary?
I think we have a very big expectation with the regulation. Since many years we were being in this together that in every aspect the final words were that we need regulations because the market cannot work without predictable and strict corners to work. So like maybe you can deliver a solution on the market for a problem, but if you don't have some regulations for that, that will be a little bit doubtful. So like maybe it will be good, maybe not. We will see. And I think it was a wall in front of the market and in front of the companies, because they were a little bit afraid of start these solutions, these products on the market. And right now that we have this regulation, I think Hungarian market will need widely developed and well utilized form of this regulation. So like our central bank, I think they are on this topic right now, so they will deliver good solutions to enhance the market, not to block further the market, but support and enhance the solutions. And I think the colleagues in the Central Bank of Hungary are aware of all these problems from the last years, and they know the right directions, they know the right goals. So I'm full of hope with this situation in Hungary, that we will have good perspectives with the regulation.
Okay, thank you. Tamas, can you tell us something about how was the situation in Hungary, focusing on, was there a crypto license, or was it allowed to make a tokenization project in Hungary or not? So tell us something. I know the answer, but of course I'm asking you.
Yeah, obviously the answer is no, unfortunately. And the thing is that whatever the expectations were, the so-called eastern part of Hungary, all the member states took a more careful approach towards these disruptive technologies, which is, it depends how we assess it. Just like you mentioned, all of us wear a sort of public administration hat, NGO hat, and also market player hat. And obviously, if I'm wearing my market player hat, I'm the least satisfied, because there was no real guideline what to do and what not to do. And that's why the market players were, let's say, cautious, or took the legislatory arbitrage and left the country. So the expectations are high by now, because it has been a constant fight since 2016 or 2017. And although the legislation, not just MiCA, but also the Hungarian tries to do the legislations, like, let's say, quite bold, but maybe, again, it depends, but maybe too weak, too late, because if you take a look around, and again, it's very ambivalent, take a look around, and basically these companies offering the very services we wanted to offer within the European legislation framework. So that's why it depends of your standpoint how you assess it.
All right, thank you. Morana, how was the situation before the MiCA in Croatia? Did you had a license or anything?
Well, I think in Croatia we still have a situation before MiCA, because like everywhere else, we are implementing the longest grandfathering period in Croatia, just by the way. Regulatory-wise, crypto asset service provider are under the anti-money laundering and terrorist financing regime. So we only have one law, one act that regulates their business in the sense of anti-money laundering only. There is a registration process, but it's not a license. It's only a process of registering before the Croatian Financial Services Agency, which is our supervisor, in the aspect of the anti-money laundering. Of course, you have some additional obligations. You have to pass all the process, but I would say that it's a simplified procedure in comparison to MiCA, definitely. This procedure began only last year, from January 2023. So at this moment we have, I think, five actively registered WASPs at this moment. This is basically the only regulation, as I already said. I believe Croatia is very open for all CASPs to come and to work there. We were very interesting at one point because we were not regulated enough. So that's very interesting for new startups to come in that kind of space. That will change, definitely, and is changing. But regulators are very open to discuss with the industry and to attract more players in our space.
All right, thank you. And what about in Poland, Sylwia?
So the situation in Poland, this is people, companies, startups would like to make a lot of innovation. We would like to grow, but we have a great stopping wall. This is our government. And mentioned MiCA. There is a commission, the commission installed from entrepreneurs, startups, financial connecting people, and they would like to cancel a lot of paragraphs from MiCA to make it more friendly. Unfortunately, it doesn't work as of now, yes. And we have a Polish financial supervising advisor. This is from government, of course. And it seems that for them, the best situation is there will be no blockchain startups in the market. And now they can be very, we have no problem when we don't have a blockchain startups.
Mm-hmm.
That's why what I mentioned, of course we have in our market this kind of activities, but a lot of them, the most promising small companies which are growing 3 years, they are mostly registered in Switzerland currently, or somewhere in the Western Europe. So this is how it looks. For example, in our company, which is a software blockchain development house, we don't have Polish startups as a clients.
Wow.
Yeah, we know that there are huge companies, they have a financial from the venture capitals, but they are all out of Poland. And it's a very sad situation. Everybody would like to change it, but we have our government who stops us. So this is how it looks in Poland.
Okay, almost the same, I think. Let's do a short round, actually 2 short rounds. I have a question to you, and please answer it in 1 sentence. What do you think, after the MiCA, how difficult would it be in your country to set up a license for a tokenization or any kind of crypto activities? How difficult would it be? Viktor?
With the Hungarian Central Bank, I think this will be strict, and maybe in time it will be a little bit time consuming, as I predict this. But that will be smooth, and there will be results.
Okay.
I agree, but even if it's strict, it will be a huge help, because at least we understand what we can or what we cannot do.
Okay, thank you.
Also, I believe our regulator will be very rigid at first, because there are a lot of unknown facts about the application of MiCA.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And then we will see what will happen further.
So shortly for me, I agree that we need regulations to avoid fraud and scam, but as previous, I see it a long time and strict.
Okay. Other short round in 2 sentences, please. So my question is that we have seen in e-money license, that in the end of the day there was or there is a regulatory arbitrage between the countries. So what do you estimate related into MiCA? There will be a regulatory arbitrage? I mean that finally everybody will go to Estonia or Lithuania or don't know where, or it, or in the other hand, it will be balanced, that each country has the same process and the same everything, and there will be no movement of companies. Sylvia.
How it can look, it's a difficult,
I know.
as every prediction. From my point of view, I think if we have arbitrage, I'm not sure it will be the best situation when in every country we have absolutely one-to-one the same. Because I believe in the good competition. And I believe that the basic level of the arbitrage in regulation, if they are the same, it's very great. It's really great. But I believe that some differences, when we add to each country, it will be better when they can compete between others.
Okay, thank you. Morana?
Well, I believe that there will be regulatory arbitrage, definitely. Why? Because of the differences in the national legislations and the practices of the regulators throughout the EU. Okay, we do have a MiCA, which is top law, but also we have national bodies who want to be authoritative. They want their bylaws to be rendered and obeyed. So yeah, this is the reason I believe this will happen, and maybe it's not a bad thing, as Sylvia say, but we will see.
Okay.
Yes, it's a clear yes, there will be, obviously, I think. And we are looking forward to it. Actually, I think it's not a bad thing at all. At least we will have a broader menu to choose from, and it will be a sort of clear comparative advantage between the companies and the countries, and we can basically choose. And I think that will be a much easier and more clear situation. And just to add something to Sylvia's comment, I think not just to avoid fraudulent activities, but to make actually possible the clear operations for the normal companies, let's say.
I will answer by the aspect of the members of the coalition. So our members in the Hungarian blockchain coalition, most of the companies have a very strong intention to stay here in Hungary and to operate from Hungary. So they are interested to have license here in Hungary, as I see it. The plan B is to go away somewhere else, but if they will have easy and smooth processes for the license, they will stay here, and they will not try to arbitrage for better regulation. And Hungary has quite a new regulation about the digital companies to attract digital nomads to Hungary, to operate from Hungary. It's not like a license, but maybe it can be attractive on the tax side to come if you if you are working the world and maybe you are trying to find yourself a new place. That can be attractive.
Well, good aspect. I like that point of view. Now I ask you to play a little bit, and I ask you to imagine yourself in 2027, and let's figure it out. How is the situation in the EU level about MiCA and about the tokenization and crypto licenses? So in 2027, MiCA was a miracle, or MiCA was an unuseful piece of something? I'm really interested in what's your opinion in two and a little bit more year before.
So, as I said, generally, I think that regulation, we need it. This is the basic thing to make the activity. So I'm not saying that MiCA is just, to trash. No, absolutely not. But I think there are too much point of views. We have governments, they want their stuff. We have entrepreneur startups, we have users who use the blockchain apps every day in DeFi. So we will see how it grow and how it develop, but I'm optimistic, and I believe that we will go a better way than we are now.
Okay, thank you.
I think we, in 2027, still will not have a unified regime in all EU member states. Nevertheless, the MiCA prescribes it. But I think we have a quite long time to be regulated unified in the Europe. And I'm afraid that because of the fact that Europe is a highly regulated area, unfortunately, we will probably lose all the other players from outside of Europe due to this fact.
Thank you.
Just like I mentioned, I think if you take a sort of neutral standpoint and try to assess the MiCA regulation, it's quite a bold regulation for more than 500 million people, for quite such a pretty disruptive technology. But from the market perspective, just like I mentioned, it's too little too late. But I'm still a bit optimistic with that, because if you put everything in perspective with the EDIX, the EPSI chain, the AIDAS and everything, if everything is coordinated and working quite well, which is, I don't know, like 30% or a little bit less if I'm optimistic, then it can actually turn out very good. But if just one of the things has a sort of caveat or the fine letters, then I think it's too little too late.
Okay, thank you.
I think we will not see so many and big fireworks around the utilization of MiCA, but in the background the business will be smooth and usual. So I think institutions and financial providers will have their licenses, and they will start new services in the background, and many new customers will arrive in this market. But I don't think that this will be very spectacular from outside, so it will be in the background, and I think the institutions will have more part in this phase. So I think institutions and companies need trust by design, trust by technology, and they will find the blockchain for that, the crypto assets for that. And with regulation, all is clear, all is set, so they can provide new solutions. Maybe back office solutions, but solutions for the market.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's do 2 short rounds. First one, my question is that if we are talking about 2027, so we are in another time area, are you in 2027, do you still working in blockchain or crypto business? Viktor?
I think I will have one of my legs in this part, but I'm a little bit phasing to the artificial intelligence.
Okay. Tamas?
No, I'm off to gaming and gambling. That's why I go to.
All right.
No, obviously I will try to do my best in this business. It's not just a sort of business focus. I'm also dedicated. I like the technology and so on. So we have been active since 2016. So I don't think we will leave in the next few years. Hope so.
Okay, Morana?
Yeah, I do not have a crystal ball, but those are my intentions are to be in the space because technology is here. And we will have it forever. Never mind what the use of the technology is.
Okay. Sylwia?
I'm turning towards artificial intelligence, but I am taking blockchain, of course, with me.
Okay, all right, thank you. And the last question, there was a very famous meme in 2018, and it was said that there was a guy on the picture with a golden necklace, and every part of him is full of gold, and the written was that I'm here because of the technology. So my question is, please tell me an estimation about a Bitcoin price in the end of this year. Sylvia.
I would like to be a good fairy, so $100,000.
Good, thank you.
Very, very optimistic. I have no idea. And that's the only right answer.
Okay. Tamas?
If it goes, I don't know either, but yeah, either it trends towards something 100,000, or if the bad things come a little bit earlier, then maybe around 30,000.
Victor?
I think we will go back around 70 or 80,000.
All right. Thank you very much for coming. A big applause to our panelists. And thank you very much for participating in this panel. Thank you.